Hello and welcome to Music Lessons with Tony Valley. Today we're going to be continuing blues riffs and solos. In today's solo, we're going to be starting with the first measure. Actually, we're going to go through 1 through 8. All right, we're going to be in the 5th position. I'll play it through really slow for you first. That was 8 measures right there. We're going to take it from the beginning part, and we're going to bend right on the 3rd string on the 7th fret. You're going to place your 3rd finger on that 3rd string, 7th fret, and put your 2nd finger right on the same string, but on the 6th fret, and your 1st finger on the same string, but the 5th fret. And you're going to use this to bend up that 7th fret note. And this is going to be a full bend. And what I mean by a full bend is you're actually bending up a full step. Okay? You're going to go up. Okay, so right there, you're bending up from a D to an E, and it's a whole step. Okay, so you're going to do that first bend, and then have your 1st finger move over to that 5th fret and cover the 2nd and 1st string. You can even, keep your 1st finger there, but I just kind of like to do the full bend and then move my 1st finger over to get those 2 notes in there. All right, so once again, the bend on the 7th fret, 3rd string. 1st finger's covering the 5th fret, 2nd and 1st string. You're going to take your 4th finger now and put it on the 8th fret, 2nd string. And then put your 1st finger onto the 5th fret, 2nd string. And then your 3rd finger back on that 7th fret, 3rd string. And then you're going to put your 1st finger on that 5th fret, 3rd string. And now you're going to hammer on to the 6th fret with your 2nd finger on that 3rd string. So that's a hammer on right there. And at that point, you can just do a little vibrato in there. All right, so let's do the first measure again. And a lot of this stuff is out of pentatonic, all right? So again, the next measure 2 is going to be the same thing. Next part is going to be that bend again on the 7th fret. Same thing we did on the first measure. Now we're going to go back to our 8th fret. Same thing we did before. 5th fret. But this time you're not going to do the hammer on. You're just going to hit the 7th fret on the 3rd string. And then the 1st finger on the 5th fret, 3rd string. The vibrato on the end of that. So let's put those 2 measures together, the 1st and 2nd one. All right, measure 3 now. We're not going to do a bend, but we're going to hit that same note on that 3rd string, 7th fret with the 3rd finger. You're going to go. And notice how I didn't do the bend on there. You can do the bend if you'd like, but in this specific one, we're not going to do the bend. And again, to the 1st finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret. 5th fret, 1st string. And we're going to do that 8-5 again on the 2nd string with our 4th to our 1st finger. Now what we're going to do on the 7th fret, 3rd string, we're going to do a bend. But this is a half bend. You're only going to go up a half step. All right? Then come back down, hit that 7 by itself without a bend. Put our 1st finger on the 5th fret, 3rd string. 3rd finger now is on the 4th string, 7th fret. And our 3rd finger moves over to the 3rd string, 7th fret. And back to the 4th string, 7th fret. And right at the end of measure 3, you're going to put your 1st finger on the 5th fret, 3rd string, and you're going to hammer on from the 5th to the 6th. All right? So let's take measure 3. And right there, that's going right in and hammering into measure 4. Now measure 4, we're going to continue it on. You're going to put your 3rd finger on the 7th fret, 4th string, and you do a chromatic. Now release your third finger, put your second finger on the 6th fret, 4th string, and now the first finger is on the 5th fret, 4th string. All right, so let's take it out of measure 3 into measure 4. You can do a vibrato at the end of that too. Now at the end of measure 4, it's going to go into measure 5, but it's going to be a hammer-on into that measure. You're going to put your second finger now on the 2nd string, 6th fret, and you're going to hammer on to the 7th fret with your 3rd finger. And the reason why we're using our 2nd finger instead of our 1st is because we're going to land our 1st finger on the 5th fret right after that hammer-on. So again, the end of measure 4 going into measure 5, we're going to go and put our 1st finger on the 1st string, 5th fret, and 3rd finger on the 7th fret, 1st string, and back down to our 5th fret, 1st string. Now we go back up to the 7th fret on that same string and do a half bend. All right. So let's do that part again. We're going to come out of measure 4 and go into measure 5. And at the end of measure 5, it's going to be another hammer-on into 6. And you're going to, again, use your 2nd finger on the 6th fret, 2nd string, and hammer on to the 7th fret with a 3rd finger. And then you're going to move over to the 1st string, 5th fret. Now 3rd finger goes on to the 7th fret, 1st string. Now our 1st finger goes over to the 3rd string, 5th fret. And you want to do a vibrato at that. All right, so come on out of measure 5 into 6. We're going to go. All right, now measure 7, you're going to move up to the 12th position. And what you can do, you can use your 3rd finger and you're going to slide from the 12th to the 15th on the 1st string. Then you're going to move your 1st finger down to the 10th fret, 3rd finger to the 12th fret, and this is all on the 1st string. But now we're going to move over to our 2nd string on the 12th fret, do a full bend, and you're going to go right to the 10th fret on that 2nd string with our 1st finger. So you're not going to release that 12. You're not going to go. You're going to go and land right on that 10, and then go back to the 12. Then you're going to hit your 11th fret, 3rd string with your 2nd finger. All right, and at that point, measure 8, we're going to strike the 10th fret with your 3rd finger on the 2nd string twice. Then the 2nd finger is going to land on the 9th fret, 2nd string. And the 1st finger is going to go to the 8th fret, 2nd string. Do a little vibrato on that one. So let's come out of measure 6 into 7. Actually, we'll go 7 into 8. We'll do this. We'll do that slide first. All right, let's do that one more time real slow. All right, that's the end of measure 8 right there. All right, again, you can use this and do anything you want to. You can play it slower, faster. You can do vibrato onto all the notes. You can do some bends on there. Again, this is just stuff to give you some ideas. But again, this solo number 2, we're going to be working on this the next time for the next lesson. And I will show you the next few measures, and I'll show you the chords that you can solo with over this. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to email me at tonyvalley@tonyvalley.com. We'll see you next time, and have a good one.